In this video, we are going to construct the line of best fit, compute the value of R, and graph a scatter plot involving the Manatee's dataset. Here's our dataset. Here we have the years, we have the number of registered motorboats, and the units are 1,000, and we have Manatee deaths. And what we're going to look at is the relationship between the number of registered motorboats and Manatee deaths. We will begin doing this in Minitab. So our first step is to copy the data . So I'm on the virtual lab, and I'm going to paste the data into Minitab. I can do this by hitting Control V or by right clicking and then paste cells. Now the first column is number of boats. The second variable is Manatee deaths. It's always a good idea to label the variables. We'll first look at the scatter plot. So in Minitab, so we go to Graph, Scatter Plot. We could do a simple. I like to go ahead and do it with regression so we can see the scatter plot with the line of best fit. Hit OK. The Y variable is Manatee deaths. The X variable is number of motorboats. We hit OK. And here's the scatter plot with the line of best fit. Looking at this, it looks like the line is doing a good job of modeling the data. To quantify how well the line is modeling the data, we can compute the value of R. To compute the value of R, we go to Stat, Basic Statistics, Correlation. We select both variables and we hit OK. And in the session window, so this gives evidence that the number of motorboats and the number of Manatee deaths have a very strong correlation, positive correlation. Now to get the line of best fit, least squares regression line, we go to Stat, Regression, Regression. The response is the Y, Manatee deaths. The predictor is number of motorboats. We click OK. Here's our session window, and we may have to move up to find the regression line. And here it is. Manatee deaths equals negative 41.4 plus 0.125 times the number of motorboats. And if we need to take the y-intercept to more decimal places, we can look down here, negative 41.430, and if we need the slope to be more than 3 decimal places, the slope is right here. Okay, the last thing that we're going to compute in Minitab is the value of R squared. So once we compute the regression line, R squared is right here, 88.6%. Here we are in StatCrunch. Now the first thing we need to do is paste the data into StatCrunch. We go to Edit, Paste. Let's go ahead and name the variables. This is number of motorboats and this is Manatee this. To construct the scatter plot, compute the value of R, compute a line of best fit, least squares regression line, and to compute the value of R square. In StatCrunch, we go to Stat, Regression, Simple Linear, select our independent, our explanatory, which is number of motorboats, select our response, Manatee des, hit next, next again, next again, select plot fitted line, and then we hit calculate. Now this output tells us what the dependent and independent variables are. Here is the least squares regression line. This is the value of R. This is the value of R square as a decimal. And if we hit next, we get the scatter plot with the line of best fit. So we see that we can compute R square, the line of best fit, and the graph of the scatter plot very easily in StatCrunch. Thanks for watching.